Could you ever imagine that a simple kitchen spice might save your life? Cayenne pepper, often underestimated, holds the power to thin your blood, boost your immune system, and even stop a heart attack in its tracks. Here is what Dr. Barbara O'Neill has to say about it.
Now we're going to have a look at cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper, we've got cayenne pepper in this little container here. So let me tell you about an experience I had a few years ago. It was one of our retreats. I got the call, lady'd had a heart attack. I ran down, it was a cooking class with about 16 people, and she was lying on the floor. She was 80. Her husband said she'd already had a few that year, and they always called the ambulance, but they thought, let's see what they do. Now, there was a guy holding a pulse, and he said, the pulse is almost gone. She was just white. I said to my offsider, cayenne pepper, quickly. We got the cayenne pepper, so I think I got about half a teaspoon, put it straight in her mouth. She was half conscious, gave her a little bit of water to drink. The guy holding the pulse yelled out, the pulse is strong. And you could feel that pulse come back, and all the blood came back to her face. She sat up and said, what happened? So we sold out of cayenne pepper that program. What did the cayenne pepper do? It thinned the blood, it opened the capillaries and got a dramatic delivery of blood through the whole body.
Cayenne pepper, often underestimated, holds the power to thin your blood, boost your immune system, and even stop a heart attack in its tracks. Discover how this potent herb can transform your health and potentially save your life. Cayenne pepper is not the same as chili. It does not irritate the gastrointestinal tract. Hear what Dr. Barbara O'Neill says.
Chili comes from the chili family, and cayenne pepper comes from the capsicum family. Chili is an irritant to the lining of the gastrointestinal tract. Black pepper is an irritant to the lining of the gastrointestinal tract, but cayenne pepper will heal a stomach ulcer.
In fact, if cayenne pepper travels through your veins and arteries and encounters any bleeding, it will seal the bleeding blood vessel. This is confirmed by O'Neill.
If cayenne pepper's in your blood and it sees a bleed, it'll constrict the blood vessels to stop the bleeding.
In the book Back to Eden by Jethro Kloss, he writes about the benefits of cayenne pepper. O'Neill elaborates.
I have a book at home by Jethro Kloss called Back to Eden. He devotes half a page to every herb except for cayenne pepper. 10 pages he devotes to cayenne pepper.
It turns out that cayenne pepper is more than just a flavor enhancer. It could be your secret weapon for achieving a healthier body and life. O'Neill's research shows that a pinch of cayenne pepper can boost your immune system and more. Get ready because your health journey is about to become exciting. Watch this video until the end to discover the secrets of cayenne pepper that seem almost too good to be true. Dr. Barbara O'Neill, born on July 28, 1953, developed numerous natural remedies to combat life-threatening health conditions with ease. She is married to Michael O'Neill, the founder of the Informed Medical Options Party, which highlights the potential health risks linked to vaccinations. O'Neill's independent research and findings questioned the qualifications of scientists and numerous research institutions, leading to considerable legal issues. She faced a prohibition order, and health practitioners filed complaints about her unverified health advice.
Because I cried because of the injustice. I thought, I can't believe it that they have done this to me.
However, these challenges did not deter O'Neill's commitment to offering people natural remedies and ways to enhance their lives. Besides using cayenne pepper as a natural remedy, O'Neill advocates incorporating various natural herbs into our diet instead of solely relying on medications with side effects. Her list of herbs, oils, and vegetables includes castor oil, onion, potato, ginger, garlic, lemon, and more. We will discuss these in detail later, but first let's focus on cayenne pepper and its benefits, along with O'Neill's findings.
Cayenne pepper is a remarkable herb. Some people say we shouldn't use it because it's a stimulant. It is not a stimulant like caffeine or alcohol or marijuana is a stimulant. It's a blood stimulant. That means it's good because Leviticus 17:11 states that the life of the flesh is in the blood. So anything that moves blood is going to be helpful.
So, what is cayenne pepper? If you love spicy foods, you're probably familiar with it. It is a long, thin red chili pepper, a member of the capsicum family, which includes sweet bell peppers, jalapenos, poblanos, and the extremely hot ghost peppers. Although not as hot as ghost peppers, it packs quite a punch, with a heat range between 30,000 and 50,000 Scoville heat units. Ghost peppers, in contrast, range between 800 and 55,000 and 1,040,000 Scoville heat units. Cayenne pepper is usually dried and ground into a fine powder. For centuries, it has been valued for both culinary and medicinal purposes. Besides Mexican, Cajun, Creole, and Southwestern American cuisine, cayenne pepper has been essential in Korean, Sichuan, and other Asian cuisines. If you already use cayenne pepper in your spaghetti, tacos, casseroles, eggs, and seafood, consider yourself fortunate to enjoy both flavor and health benefits in one package. But what about its medicinal benefits? Cayenne pepper has long been used in traditional Ayurvedic and Eastern medicine to treat digestive and circulatory problems. The main component of cayenne pepper, capsaicin, provides numerous health benefits. Capsaicin is commonly used in topical treatments for muscle and joint pain, while also giving cayenne pepper its spicy flavor. While cayenne pepper originated in Central and South America, it is now grown almost everywhere, including India, East Africa, Mexico, and many parts of the United States.
It's a blood stimulant. It can be used internally and it can be used externally. It does three main things internally in the blood. It thins the blood, it strengthens the arterial walls, and it opens the capillaries.
O'Neill says, blood is the life of the flesh and it needs to be moving to live.
Cayenne pepper is a blood stimulant, and anything that stimulates blood stimulates healing. In fact, it has been said that you put cayenne pepper with any other herb and you will increase its effectiveness.
Cayenne pepper can heal a stomach ulcer. Cayenne pepper promotes blood flow and is one of the best circulatory stimulants. While many people and experts recommend avoiding spicy and stimulating foods, O'Neill argues that anything like cayenne pepper that promotes blood flow accelerates the healing process.
Cayenne pepper is not chili. Chili is an irritant to the lining of the gastrointestinal tract. In fact, if cayenne pepper is going through your arteries and your veins and it finds any bleeding, it'll seal the bleeding blood vessel.
That's not all. Cayenne pepper can also enhance your digestive system. O'Neill states that consuming a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper in a small amount of water activates the gastric glands, thereby boosting digestion. She mentions that you might feel a burning sensation in your chest, but it is actually just tingling. Gastric glands in our stomachs release gastric juice to help digest food quickly. Cayenne pepper prompts these glands to resume their work and supercharge digestion. Anyone low on hydrochloric acid can boost it with this major stimulant herb, cayenne pepper. O'Neill's claims about cayenne pepper's digestive benefits are supported by research. Capsaicin in cayenne pepper stimulates the nerves in your stomach to produce digestive fluids, aiding digestion. Research also indicates that capsaicin may control stomach ulcers caused by the bacteria Helicobacter pylori. The best part is that when you consume cayenne pepper, the water and pepper run through your arteries, sealing and repairing bleeding blood vessels while also thinning your blood. It will thin the blood and seal off that bleeding blood vessel. O'Neill shared a little-known method to cure a sore throat using cayenne pepper. According to her, cayenne pepper has analgesic properties that will initially cause itching in your throat. But as it subsides, your throat will feel better. For O'Neill, cayenne peppers are more than just a spice. They are natural painkillers, even for upset stomachs.
Cayenne pepper can be used for an upset stomach. When it gets into the blood, it thins the blood, it opens the capillaries, it strengthens the arterial wall. About a quarter of a teaspoon in a little cup of water, or maybe a third of a cup of water just before the meal.
O'Neill says that adding any herb to cayenne pepper will boost and double its effectiveness. Besides its analgesic effects and other benefits, O'Neill reveals how to get relief from cold feet. People often get cold feet for various reasons, including poor circulation, anemia, chemotherapy, diabetes, and others. While some feel numbness or nothing in their feet, they often put their feet in hot water to alleviate the condition. However, O'Neill strongly advises against this method because it can result in tissue damage.
You must never allow your feet to get cold. because perfect health requires perfect circulation, and perfect circulation means that your feet are the same as the rest of your body, the same temperature. I find people that allow their feet to be cold, eventually their feet are numb. And eventually, the next step after numb feet is gangrene of the toe.
So what do you do if someone has cold feet? She shares an amazing and effective method to get rid of cold feet: an olive oil and cayenne pepper compress. O'Neill also suggests using castor oil if preferred.
So to make a cayenne pepper compress, you get some paper towel and you cut it to the size of the foot, which would be, let's just guess, it'll be about this. I guess I'm guessing my size foot. And you put it on. I've doubled over a couple of layers of cling wrap there. And then you put a little olive oil on there. Not a lot, because you don't want to soil your sheets. So I'm going to put it in this plate to show you how you can put it on. So I'm just going to dab it on. The reason why I'm putting olive oil there is in a minute I'm going to sprinkle the cayenne on it, and this causes the cayenne to stick to it. So it's really just there for the cayenne pepper to stick to it.
Now, sprinkle half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper on the paper with olive oil.
And then you put a sock on and leave it on all night. If I put that on my foot, by 4 in the morning, I'm waking up wanting to rip it off because my feet are so hot. But if someone has no feeling in their feet, or if someone regularly has cold feet, often by morning they're feeling a little tingle. So you would probably wear it every second night until your feet get hot. So that's a very easy way to warm up feet, because feet must be warm.
O'Neill recommends putting it on before bed for those who frequently have cold feet or numbness in their feet. By morning, they will feel a bit of tingling or a sensation like needles in their feet. She advises applying it every second night until achieving warm feet or relief from numbness. You can also prepare these sheets in advance if you often have cold feet or are visiting someone who does. In addition to cold feet, O'Neill suggests placing the olive oil and cayenne pepper sheet on an underactive thyroid or a thyroid that is inactive but not producing. According to O'Neill, a woman with an underactive thyroid was on medication to treat it. However, when she began applying these cayenne pepper sheets to her thyroid, she was able to stop her medication, and her thyroid became active again.
You can also wake up a thyroid gland. So underactive thyroid gland, you see, underactive thyroid gland, you can put a cayenne pepper poultice on that, or compress. And what you would do is you would just do one about this size, because your thyroid gland is about there. Now, we had a lady who was so excited about this because she had an underactive thyroid. She was on medication. Today, she is on no medication. So she put it on and went to bed, and she didn't sleep all night because that woke her thyroid gland up so much she became active all night. So, message from this is, don't put it on before you go to bed.
Besides cayenne pepper sheets, O'Neill also recommends high-intensity exercise to stimulate the thyroid glands. In a video discussion about cayenne pepper with O'Neill, the host shared how her mother treated her high blood pressure using cayenne pepper. She said her mom placed cayenne pepper under her tongue when her blood pressure was high and surprisingly saw a decrease, ultimately achieving lower blood pressure.
She used cayenne and I said, put it under your tongue when your blood pressure goes up really high. And she did that and she said, wow, it actually brought my blood pressure down.
In one of the lectures, Dr. Barbara O'Neill shared an incident involving one of her colleagues, a doctor who accidentally got deep cuts on her foot, exposing the fat layer. O'Neill grabbed a bottle of cayenne pepper, sprinkled it over the cuts, and the bleeding stopped. Surprisingly, it might have hurt a bit more, but the pain subsided within a few minutes. The next day, the colleague told O'Neill that she would have gotten stitches if there had been a nearby hospital, but the cayenne pepper worked wonders on her skin without stitches. Her cuts were healed by the cayenne pepper. Barbara also shared how her youngest son got a big cut across his fingers from a knife.
My son William, when he was about 10, he was clearing away the banana. You know how bananas, you'll get the old ones? And the eldest son was cutting them with a machete. And William thought Peter had finished that area, and he came in just as the knife came down and cut across the fingers.
She was in a meeting when it happened. But when she returned, her elder son had smartly applied cayenne pepper to the cuts.
Well, I finished the meeting and went up to the house half an hour later, and there's William with cayenne pepper all over. The kids had put the cayenne pepper on it.
Although one of the fingers was slightly bent, the cut healed perfectly without stitches.
Do you know that it should have been stitched probably? Well, I wouldn't have stitched it, but I'd say most people would have thought it should have been stitched, but it healed very nicely.
And what about aspirin? Is that safe? Let us hear what Barbara have to say.
Some people take or are told to take aspirin for a blood thinner. In fact, I have read where it is recommended that anyone over the age of 50 should be on half an aspirin a day. You might have heard that. Well, what the research is showing today is that aspirin causes stomach bleeds. It's the number one cause of stomach ulcers. It causes brain bleeds and eye bleeds. Cayenne pepper will not cause that at all, but if cayenne pepper's in your blood and it sees a bleed, it'll constrict the blood vessels to stop the bleed. Yes, it dilates the blood vessels when it's in the blood, but if it sees a break, it'll constrict that.
O'Neill suggests that if someone on aspirin is unsure about taking cayenne pepper, they can start with a quarter teaspoon 3 times a day. When someone takes cayenne pepper this way and gets tested after a few weeks or months, they will likely see a change in their blood consistency. Natural herbs and medications aren't the only focus for O'Neill. She also discusses several other factors alongside the use of cayenne pepper to prevent heart diseases. These factors include exercise, sleep, and a proper diet. Exercise can lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of diabetes, maintain a healthy body weight, and decrease inflammation. Aerobic exercises like jogging, swimming, biking, and hiking, along with moderate weightlifting, are best for heart health. O'Neill recommends getting 8 hours of sleep and maintaining a sleep cycle of your preference, such as 8 p.m. to 4 a.m., 9 p.m. to 5 a.m., or 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. However, if someone cannot continuously sleep in that pattern, they can gradually set their sleep schedule and achieve 8 hours of night sleep. While following everything together, we cannot overlook the most crucial part of a proper diet, which includes high fiber and high protein foods. Our heart muscles need nutrition, easily available in plants, vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. Ensure that everything is coupled with 8 glasses of water to thin your blood perfectly. According to research, cayenne pepper's active component, capsicum, is the best pain reliever. When someone applies cayenne pepper topically, it reduces pain by lowering the chemical messenger substance P, which signals discomfort to your brain. Lesser substance P means less pain. The FDA has also approved the use of topical capsaicin treatments for various types of nerve pain and capsaicin injections to treat arthritis pain. Research also indicates that cayenne pepper can help with a skin condition called psoriasis. It is an autoimmune skin condition that leaves skin itchy, scaly, and covered in red patches. While there isn't a cure for psoriasis, topical capsaicin creams can reduce itching and skin inflammation caused by psoriasis. Cayenne pepper also acts as a natural metabolism booster by generating more heat in your body while burning calories. It may also reduce your hunger, resulting in eating less throughout the day. Another research study revealed that capsaicin has anti-cancer effects. In the study, capsaicin specifically targeted tumors while slowing down the growth and spread of cancer cells. Capsaicin might also kill some cancer cells, such as those in prostate, pancreatic, and skin cancers. Cayenne pepper is rich in nutrients and antioxidants, including vitamins A, C, and E, beta-carotene, cryptoxanthin, choline, lutein, and zeaxanthin. It also contains vitamins B1, B2, and B6, vitamin K, folate, manganese, potassium, copper, iron, magnesium, selenium, phosphorus, and zinc. There are numerous ways to include cayenne pepper in your diet. Both freshly chopped and powdered cayenne pepper are nutritionally beneficial. You can add pepper powder to soups or stews. Sprinkle freshly chopped or powdered cayenne over scrambled eggs. Add pepper powder to hummus, hot chocolate, or homemade lemonade, or incorporate freshly chopped cayenne pepper into sautéed vegetables and cornbread butter. Half a cup of freshly chopped cayenne pepper contains 30 calories, 1.5 grams of protein, 0.33 grams of fat, 6.5 grams of carbohydrates, 1 gram of fiber, and 4 grams of sugar. While fresh chopped cayenne pepper is healthier, powdered cayenne pepper is still a good source of nutrients like vitamin A. So, cayenne pepper has always been around, not just to tantalize your taste buds, but also to promote your overall health. Thanks to Dr. Barbara O'Neill, who unveiled the groundbreaking secrets of cayenne pepper, our perspectives on this powerful herb have been transformed for the better. If you found this information valuable, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos. Share your experiences with cayenne pepper in the comments below, and don't forget to watch the next interesting video displayed here. Your health journey is just beginning.